You a little short for a stormtrooper?
What's up, nerds? Welcome to a surprise episode of the Multiverse Report. We are recapping a very wild and big announcement from Ryan Reynolds from the 21st century or 20th century Fox X-Men universe to the MCU and everywhere in between. My name is Mike Gibson. With me as always, Steve Haller. What's up, Steve?
Well, if you haven't been living under a Twitter rock, there's apparently a lot that's been going on recently.
Yeah, big announcement today. This is a Tuesday, by the way, and this is a mere day or 2 days after we just gave you 3 episodes.
Yeah.
So if you weren't sick of listening to us by now, here's one more: an instant reaction to the news that Ryan Reynolds dropped about Deadpool 3 today. That it will include one Hugh Jackman reprising the role of Wolverine in Deadpool 3.
Yeah.
So, wow. He announced this on social media today. He put up a very funny and well-made video. At least that's how I saw it. Actually,
Yeah.
a friend of ours texted us some information about it, and then, which I did not even read, and then sitting on the couch next to my wife, and she goes, "Hey, did you hear Hugh Jackman's coming back in Deadpool 3? I was like, "What? What are you looking at?" So that's how I found out. Then I found this video
Adam.
that, yeah, I saw this video that he posted of him sitting on a couch talking to the camera saying, "Been working on Deadpool 3 for a long time. Sorry we missed D23, but basically we don't have any ideas for the movie. We're still working on it. Except we did have one idea," and Hugh Jackman casually walks behind him in the background eating an apple, and he says, "Hey, Hugh, you want to play Wolverine one more time?" He goes, "Yeah, Ryan, sure," in his Australian accent.
And the fact that as soon as that happened, it kicked into "I Will Always Love You."
Yeah,
broke me.
but
I was in the kitchen and my wife is sitting down in the living room and I'm just cracking up because there's such a history between these two, the actors in general, since the original X-Men Origins Wolverine movie.
Right.
That, you know, they've quote unquote hated each other on social the entire time, and it's just this ongoing gag. And to hear that, just, it literally sent me into a fit of like hysterical laughter.
Did your video have captions on it? Yeah, so you saw the captions for I Will Always Love You was "I Will Always Love Hugh" instead of you. Yeah, yep. Very funny.
Yep.
And not only that, we got a date, which is September 6th, 2024 for Deadpool 3. In this video, Ryan Reynolds mentioned specifically that it is Deadpool's first appearance in the
Right.
MCU. He says that in the video. And checking up the Phase 6 release dates from Comic-Con that we got a month ago or so. Yep. There is a date that says fall 2024. So do you think that's Deadpool 3, fall 2024? That's got to be, right?
Yeah, you would think so. I mean, and there were what, only 2 or 3 spots that were untaken?
Yeah, for Phase 6, there's a winter 24. There's a fall 24. There's 2 fall 24s.
Oh.
Sorry, the image is very small that I'm looking at, so it's hard to see. 2 fall 2024, winter 24, winter 25, spring 25, summer, 2 summers 225. So yeah, there's a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 unclaimed spots. One of those. So now there's two for fall 2024. One of those clearly got to be Deadpool 3.
Yeah, absolutely. And
so, sorry, no, finish. So yeah.
Oh no, I was going to say it's been confirmed officially from Rent, and it didn't come from anybody's. There was no like corporate social. It was literally just at Van City Reynolds tweets this out, and you're just like,
I think that's the power that he wields when it comes to Deadpool. It's very much his franchise. He is in control of it. He has fired directors and hired directors that he wants to work with. He has fired writers that he doesn't want to work with.
The character is him.
Yep. So he can do what he wants, I think. I'm sure he got clearance from Disney to be able to do this, but I'm sure it was very much like, no, this has to come from me. And I think they are smart enough to know that with the Deadpool franchise, it's okay for them to do stuff like that and to not quite Disneyfy it. Like it's going to come out it's going to be a Disney movie. It's going to be MCU or MCU adjacent at the very least. But we understand we're still at arm's length as far as how much Disney we're pouring onto the Deadpool franchise here. So anyway, let's jump in. Steve, what do you think of Hugh Jackman coming back as Wolverine in Deadpool 3? What are your thoughts and feelings and opinions?
I think that it's going to be amazing to see a redemption on whatever the mess that was X-Men Origins Wolverine was.
True. Yes.
that was the first thing that went through my mind is these two great characters are now and there's going to be multiple references to that movie within this movie.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I think there was a rumor that Zazie Beetz was returning as Domino as well.
I had heard that. Yeah.
Like a strong rumor around about that. So do we see is this like Deadpool 3 X-Force? Like are we bringing the because
like
they
full team up?
He tried to form X-Force in Deadpool 2.
Oh, he did. It just didn't last very long.
But is this like Logan basically being
like a real X-Force?
Hey, shut up, we're doing this.
Yeah. I don't know.
And Wolverine's been the straight man to Deadpool for eons.
I know. I mean, I hadn't thought. I guess I was just thinking that they were gonna fight, but of course they're gonna fight, but they're also gonna team up. I feel like they have to team up.
Yeah.
Do you feel? Are you excited? Are you excited to see this happen?
I am, and I get why some people have some consternation about it.
Some people are not happy about it. Yeah.
But if we want any of these movies before the end of 2024, it's going to have to be these characters and these actors playing these characters.
Right. Here's what I'll say to that. I love Logan. I think Logan is a masterpiece of superhero film. I love Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, despite him being way too tall to play a comic accurate Wolverine. I think it's arguable that Hugh Jackman as Wolverine is one of the greatest superhero castings of all time.
Yeah.
He's a character. He may have played it for longer than any other. I don't know the stats. I know Robert Downey Jr. did more movies as Iron Man, but I think the tenure of someone as a character, just in basic, just general time, I think Hugh Jackman has it.
Hugh Jackman has almost been playing Wolverine longer than Deadpool's been written.
Right. Yeah,
like
close.
There's only a 10-year
gap
in
far away.
there.
It's 10 years, exactly. Yeah. So, and I was very much, I was and still am very much in the camp of I do not want the MCU to use 21st century. Why do I keep saying 21st century? It's 20th Century Fox. I don't want Disney to use Fox's X-Men cast as their main X-Men, and that includes
I'm with you there.
Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. As much as I love him as Wolverine, I don't want that. The one exception to that is Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, because Deadpool is wild and wacky, and it doesn't matter. Like he can make a joke about continuity, he can step through a portal, and that's just his new reality, and it doesn't matter. That character has the flexibility to make that work in a way that
I think that's the key to this whole thing. Is were this not in a Deadpool movie and they just randomly said Hugh Jackman is to be Wolverine in the MCU moving forward, I'd be up in arms. I mean, not up in arms because I'd still like to see him do it, but like much more concerned over what the fate of this is versus in a Deadpool movie.
Yes, I'm very excited about this. I would not be excited about Hugh Jackman coming back full time as Wolverine because of the way Logan ended. Perfect ending to his story. Now, I've seen people on Twitter saying like, well, then I guess Logan just doesn't matter. What the hell? Like,
right. Except Logan was already set how many years in the future. And
yes. I understand if you believe that him coming back is going to upset your relationship with Logan, the film, and undermine something, I can see how that could be valid. I can understand those emotions. Here's why I don't think it's a big deal. One, like you just said, Logan was set in the future already, like far future. So even if it is that exact same Wolverine, you have some wiggle room there.
Yep.
Like something could clearly happen between X-Men. What was the last one? Apocalypse? No,
No,
Dark
there was one
Phoenix.
after that. Oh god,
Yeah.
that
Something
didn't
could happen
happen.
between Dark Phoenix and Logan. But also big MCU is all about the multiverse. We're in the multiverse saga right now, right? So we don't know that this is the same version of Wolverine that we even know from the X-Men movies. It could just be Hugh Jackman, but could be a completely different version of the character from a different multiverse. This whole movie could be Deadpool trying to get into the MCU universe and jumping around in universes somehow. And at the end of the movie, he ends up in the MCU.
Right.
Right?
With
But
Deadpool,
he's
it
got
could
to
literally
find
be him
somewhere else.
like lifting up the film strip and being like,
Right.
nope, going to this one.
It could be him walking out of his movie through the theater and into a different theater and then jumping into, Fantastic Four. Or
Also,
whatever the hell.
side note, when we said Logan was set in the extremely distant future, take a wild stab at what year it was set.
The distant future of the X-Men timeline, I would say for our distant future, it's probably 2024 or 5 or something.
2029. Yeah.
29. Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right.
So we've at least got a couple years gap in there. Yeah.
Right. So, and also, last reason why I am okay with it, the X-Men continuity makes 0 sense as it is now. There's
100%.
so much of those X-Men movies that don't line up together. So like if this is just another thing, it's just perfect fit for the 20th century Fox X-Men universe. So what are the possibilities? So the possibilities are it is the same incarnation of Logan, of Wolverine that we see in that continuity from X-Men through Dark Phoenix and Logan and whatever, all those movies. Or it's an alternate version of him, right?
Yeah.
But either way it's not going to be the MCU version of Wolverine. So clearly this movie, all of Deadpool 3 can't possibly, I don't believe, take place in the MCU. It probably will bring him into the MCU.
Right. Maybe this
not
and
going
that.
to
Yeah,
start and end.
I think you might be onto something there. This is probably his jumping off point of he's with Logan and then takes off to the MCU by the end of the film.
Right. Yeah. Something happens, they get separated or whatever. But I think this is, I mean, from the second that the first Deadpool movie came out, before there was any whiff of Disney buying 21st Century Fox, I think people wanted to see him square off against Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. And that just couldn't happen for one reason or the other.
It happened.
I don't remember. It happened. Yeah, but not in the way we want it to happen. You're talking.
It happened with it happened with a mouth sewn. Oh no, that was technically before Deadpool. Like
exactly. Yeah. Right. Yeah, because even that continuity doesn't make sense.
Oh no.
You know what I mean? Like,
no.
Yeah, they never connected. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to go into the whole thing. So does that make? Am I making sense? Where I feel like it's probably he'll wind up in the MCU, but it's not going to start and finish in the MCU for him, and he's going to be some kind of weird portal that gets him there by the end. But Hugh Jackman's Wolverine is not going to come with him, I don't believe. It's possible that Zazie Beetz will.
Right.
But yeah, what do you think about that? Do you think I'm close on that?
I think that wouldn't be a bad way to take it. I also wouldn't be surprised if it was just, yes, we're in the MCU, but we're in an alternate whatever. Like the whole thing is in the MCU in a completely different timeline where Hugh Jackman is is actually Wolverine.
Oh, that's true.
But that said, like, does that open the door for? I guess that would. Have we seen a different actor play a different character in a multiverse?
Yes, if you count Doctor Strange. I mean, we've seen Captain Carter playing Captain America.
Well, but that was still Sharon Carter. Or Peggy Carter. Sorry, wrong Carter.
So wait, what do you mean? Have we seen like
someone else
not just
James
taking
Howlett?
We have not seen that.
Right.
I don't believe. Other than like
because Steve Rogers still would have existed in whatever multiverse Peggy Carter took the serum.
Oh yeah, I think a version of Steve Rogers existed in that way. Okay, so you're saying that there is a Logan that exists already in the MCU It's just not Hugh Jackman.
Right.
Probably. Right. I agree with that.
And which would also open the door for if they don't cast Krasinski as Reed, or you know what I mean, like.
Yeah, which I don't think they are going to, but yeah.
I would hope not, but we've had that. Cause if you want to hear more about that discussion, go back to our back catalog. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's going to be weird to see how they make it work, but if any of the Deadpool movies have been any indication, they're going to make it work.
Yeah, and I think bottom line, regardless of how they make it work or how they attempt to make it work or whatever, it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun to see the two of these. It's going to be fun to see Hugh Jackman back as Wolverine, one, but also in a way that is not going to upset the continuity of Logan, or in a way that isn't going to, I don't believe, undermine anything that we've seen him do already. And just in a way that allows him to just have fun as Wolverine and not have to pay service to some kind of larger continuity or larger story. It's like, yo, I can come back as Wolverine in one movie, you know, go completely batshit crazy with these claws, and it's going to be R-rated too. That's the thing. So it's going to be another R-rated Wolverine and Deadpool movie. So
there will
be
blood.
Going to be like, yeah, they're just going to be cutting dudes' heads off left and right. It's going to be amazing. That's going to be awesome to see that. So we do get, and then we don't have to wait another 10 years before we get a Wolverine Deadpool MCU team up. You know what I mean? Like, if we don't get this now, we're, like you said, we're going to have to wait until after 2025 till they can even cast a Wolverine, let alone write and make an X-Men movie, let alone cross it over with Deadpool.
Right.
You know, until we care about watching them get together. And, you know, there's going to be, like you said, it's good. They're going to make crazy amounts of references to the movies they've been in the past. They're going to make tons of Marvel, MCU, multiverse references. They're going to make just jokes about everything you can possibly imagine, and all while it's going to be a huge bloody mess.
Yeah, which
and
why
we'll
not?
end up with Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool in the MCU by the end of the movie. I guarantee you. He said as much. He said it's going to be his first appearance in the MCU, but I don't believe it'll start there.
Right.
We'll get him there.
The prelude will just be like I'm with you there.
Yeah.
Even if it's just right off the bat.
Yeah. Even if the whole story is set in his current Fox universe or whatever, quote unquote.
Yep.
And then just the very end of the movie could be him falling through a Doctor Strange portal for some reason and waking up next to, you know, Sam Wilson as Captain America or something like that. And being like, what am I doing here?
Dude, he gets at the end, he gets ported to Kamar-Taj.
Yeah. Yeah. For
just him
reason.
surrounded by a bunch of wizards with Wong.
Yeah.
Like it is Phase Wong, so everything has to include Wong.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm unreasonably, I think, excited about this. It's a bummer that we have to wait so long, but it makes me want to watch the first two Deadpool movies again because it's been a while.
I was actually going to say that. Like, like Deadpool 1, I think I watched enough that I can. Yeah, I could probably go without Deadpool 1. I will probably watch it for posterity's sake, but it's been a while since I've seen Deadpool 2.
Yeah, I gotta watch them again. It could very well be that he's the only member. Deadpool is the only member of this cast that ends up in the MCU. I wouldn't mind seeing Zazie Beetz go with him as Domino. I wouldn't mind whatever version of Colossus they have in the Deadpool movies shows up as Colossus in X-Men. That would be cool.
And same with Negasonic. Like, I think Negasonic being in X-Men movies would be a deep cut, but
not as deep as you think because she's already been in 2 Deadpool movies.
That's true.
So people already know her.
That is true.
And also I really loved their version of Juggernaut in Deadpool 2. So take that guy. Where it gets complicated is, does Josh Brolin continue as Cable when he just happens to look exactly like Thanos, the Mad Titan?
Minor details.
Yeah, I'm sure. And you know what? I'm sure if Josh Brolin does go back to the MCU as Cable, Ryan Reynolds will be right there to make 1,000 jokes about how he looks better in purple or whatever.
100%. I also forgot Yukio was in those. Oh, never mind. Right. That'd be weird with that iteration of Yukio because there's plenty of history with Yukio and Wolvie.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah.
Wait. I guess I don't. Maybe I'm not thinking of what you're thinking of. But you're
The
saying
whole
Negasonic Teenage Warhead's girlfriend in Deadpool 2
yeah.
is Yukio. Yeah.
There's a whole history with the whole Madripoor stuff, and like
Oh,
because
I didn't realize that.
Yukio's actual like in the comics was like an assassin of some sort.
Oh,
So,
cool.
yeah.
All right. Well, they could touch on it in some
Yeah.
way, reference it or whatever. But anyway, also, man, it would be cool if we get to see. I mean, we have seen Wolverine and a Colossus in like X-Men 2 and X-Men 3.
Yeah,
But
not the
this
same
this
though.
version of Colossus is way better.
Yeah.
So it will be cool. Assuming Colossus is going to be in this one, he was in the first two.
Right.
So assuming that, it will be cool to see Hugh Jackman and a real Colossus. Like, you know,
Yeah. Can we get a real
I don't know.
fastball special?
Exactly. I honestly think Deadpool 2 is like the most X-Men movie that has been made, more than any of the other ones. It's like
Yeah.
specifically 2. The first one is a great X-Men movie too, but like Deadpool 2 is a better X-Men movie than most other
Most
actual
X-Men movies.
movies with X-Men in the
Right.
title.
Outside
Yeah.
of like X2 and First Class and a maybe
maybe
that's
Days of
probably
Future
it.
Past,
Yeah,
depending on
maybe
how
Days
you
of Future
feel about
Past.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably
Yeah.
it.
I know. You get you get Colossus, Deadpool, Cable, Negasonic Teenage Warhead, Yukio, and Domino facing off.
Right. And
against
Shatterstar
a
dies
villain,
in like 3
and
seconds, but
oh yeah, and you get all those X-Force cameos too.
Yeah.
But then you also get like, you know, you get a fighting Juggernaut and another supervillain. Like this is
right.
it's an X-Men team up movie. It just is. It
Oh,
just
yeah.
is. Great.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Oh
Anyway,
never mind. I forgot.
that's pretty much all I have
there
to
was Black
say.
Tom Cassidy in there too. In Deadpool
Yes,
2.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. I forgot that he calls himself that too. Yeah.
Oh God. Now I need to go watch that movie.
Yeah, I know. I might tonight.
I was just thinking that. I'm like, can I throw that on when we leave?
Yeah. Anyway, we're just very excited about this news, and it was huge news. So we wanted to jump on and do a special short episode to talk about it. We may well talk about it again as we continue to process it, and maybe more information will come out in the next few days, and we'll talk about it in our Sunday show. But for now, it is Tuesday, and happy, congratulations on listening to 4 episodes of the Multiverse Report in 2 days' time.
Yeah,
You're doing great.
Minor details.
And congrats to us on doing 4 episodes of the Multiverse Report in 2 days' time.
Absolutely.
But Steve, for now, that is all I got on this topic.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'd say if anybody's interested, feel free to like, subscribe, follow us on the socials, the Multiverse Report, Multiverse Report or Multiverse RPT on Twitter, themultiverseport.com. Leave us a review if you're, feeling frisky on any of the platforms, and it'll help us out. It'll help you out, and we'll keep pumping stuff out to your ear holes.
We sure will. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time in the Multiverse.